what are the challenges that come with, adapting a thriller slash murder mystery that, into a TV show that has already been, a very popular book?
I think you're always trying to be respectful and reverent of the material as it exists
Hmm.
and the fans, and yet you ultimately are serving a whole new living, breathing beast. It's its own medium and it needs its own things. And so you just are always trying to listen to that material. And we were lucky enough that Oliver Burke, the author, is so open and not precious and was right there, on that journey, completely understood when we wanted to go other places or make changes or explore things. So that's always that's a bonus when you get to have that kind of experience. And yeah, long form storytelling, you get to go other places with it, which is real fun.
How good were each of you at figuring out, how it would end when you did read the book for the first time? And maybe what kind of changes did you perhaps make because of how you felt at the end, I guess?
I'm not one of those who's like trying to figure it out. So I'm just kind
Okay.
of letting it happen as it, I'm not like watching as a viewer. I'm the same way. I'm not, but I love that people get into that. I knew it. I knew it.
Right.
But I wasn't. I also was very taken with the sister relationship. So I was much more in
Okay.
tune and intrigued by how that was unfolding and
Mm.
the potential there.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's totally right. And I think it was always guessing. That was important to us on the show. It's so fun where maybe every episode you think it's somebody different. But
Right.
what that really is about is that everybody is, people make surprising choices. They don't behave in ways that you're going to expect. There are things that are motivating them that you have no understanding of until you peel back those layers. And so it was
Hmm.
very important to us, again, from an emotional and psychological standpoint, to make all of the characters feel like they could have been capable of doing something like this,
Hmm.
both physically and literally, with the clues, but also sort of emotionally and psychologically.
And the cast for the show is just across the board aces. But when it comes to the titular sisters, it's so crucial. Just how easy is it to see Jessica and Elizabeth as siblings, or was it for you guys to see them as siblings, even if they are estranged ones?
Right.
I think it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
We love to. We like throwing someone like Gloria Reuben's character into the mix with them because you get to see
Hmm.
them align, immediately, which I thought was very,
Yes.
very much like the sisterhood, us against them, and
Hmm.
it was quite a joyful experience to see what those fireworks were when you dumped different powerful women into the scene work with the sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
so fun.
absolutely. And Jessica and Elizabeth, they're so great as performers individually. And then you get them together and it's just like combustion. It's like so amazing. They feel so much like sisters. They look like sisters. They sound like sisters. So I think everybody kind of dropped into this dynamic very quickly. And it was just so fun. And we all look so forward to the scenes with the two of them together. It was like
Right.
that was the best.
I know you kind of spoke about this a little bit, but when you aren't working on a murder mystery, how much of a fan are you of them in general, like watching them or reading them?
I think this genre is so fun. It's so fun when there's a new show in this area, in this arena. You're like, oh, okay, I can't wait, and it's great. You can kind of get to the end and talk about it with your friends. And but I think we were always very interested in doing a version of the show that's so satisfying and so twisty and so turny, but also is funny and also this book there's a lot of stuff about class and race and
Hmm.
and wanting to kind of fully contextualize the world that it's in, and particularly a character like Nikki who kind of sends up that world.
Hmm.
So we had a lot of fun doing that. Murder mysteries, I read all of Alifair's books,
Yeah.
which is so fun. But this one, this sets a pretty high mark, this one.